Hey there, everybody. How's it going? Yeah, we're doing some stuff today. I sorry for the delay. Just running behind schedule, and then my camera for some reason I use this sort of web camera thing, and it was glitching out. Also, I'm not sure if y'all caught the accidental stream. Apparently, if you just leave the on the um stop streaming button like on from OBS, but then only end it on YouTube, it'll just make a new stream for you at some point. So that was very interesting. But thankfully, it looks like it was a relatively uneventful one. But yeah, the so yeah, we're just gonna we've pretty much gotten some basic the basic translation stuff. Let me actually show y'all what that looks like. Um, let's see. How long have you been working on the remakes? About a month or so, I think. Maybe 6 weeks-ish. Not for too long. Um, yeah, the let's okay, so we're loading that up. Yeah, but no, I did some work. I reached out to some UGC creators. Um, and yeah, so we have some UGC stuff from some very talented people. Let's see, who name drops. Anna Relu, Ashcraft, Olakai, and Mimi Dev were nice enough to let me use their UGC stuff so far. Um, let's see. But yeah, let's see. Hey, appreciate you giving it a play. Let's see. Will they be added to the lore? I probably won't be adding them specifically to the lore, but I'll be adding them to the credits as a thank you. Um, yeah, and also, in fairness to them, anything that's UGC in the game will be able to be purchased. Like there'll be a little button on those items that just allow you to like purchase it for your avatar. Which also works out for me because I'm pretty sure I get like a 10% or 30% or some percent money bonus for that. So win-win. That means I don't have to monetize as hard, and they get some nice a thank you for their generosity. Um, okay. But yeah, let's actually check this out. So here you'll actually see um, we have the characters are actually starting to look like their characters again. It's not perfect. We're gonna have to improve some of these assets. For example, for some of the outfits, I'm using very like textured things, whereas for this, since like we don't want necessarily to have like the flesh tone to be visible on the lower end here. But for the most part, we're getting like some good progress in terms of actually making these characters again with the new data and new assets. Let's actually take a moment and see what that looks like with the other, what's it called? With the other accessory type. Where is that? So new rig identity data. I think is it under identity data? New rig, character stuff. There it is. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so we're just going to have yeah, no, so we don't necessarily have the assets for that part done yet. And so part of today will be sort of just creating those again. Yeah, because right now, as you can see, we have like These characters back looking fresh. But yeah, no, so that's pretty much how things are looking right now. Yeah, no, these are definitely the same characters. It's just sort of yeah. The so I think some aspects look better with the blocky characters. Some aspects look better with the R um, with the R 2016 ones, and it's just kind of like accepting a degree of using the right body types because I'm pretty sure that this character seems to be fairly masculine. Oh well, this is what I get for not having the non-binary option. I need to get around to doing that. But yeah, like this is pretty much the like I think that just for the most part, like everything sort of fits a little bit better in terms of stuff that isn't just the clothing. Um, but yeah, let's I'm going to add a decal to the bottom of the character torsos. Mm, yeah, but um, yeah, so we're just getting all that done. Some of these character assets are a little bit better fitting than others. For example, I actually really like the sweater asset, but I'm not sure if I want to use it for the super suits, you know? So we're going to make modifications as we need it. But this is just kind of, we're just starting off with this and just kind of moving in that direction. But I want to pause for a little bit and actually go and make various different. Okay, so the suits will be a mix of 2D and 3D. You can see the 2D layers right here. We're then going to layer 3D stuff over it. That's the current plan, at least. But yeah, so I think probably the easiest thing to layer would be, um, let's see, what were the what are the different type of assets? So here we are. Okay, so we have these different. We still need to add the jackets. Um, so that's something that's still on the to-do list for sure. But for the most part, and as well as the decorations, um, we have the shoes in there, but we need to just get around to everything. Well, let's take some time and actually go with the super armor stuff, which is here. And yeah, so we're gonna look a little bit into the layered asset workflow. We're probably going to. Do you have an idea of how suits we transferred over to the remake? Well, so kind of like this. Right now we're working on these are the default preset suits. And so right now we're working on basically the process of having them convert from default items. We're fine tuning the actual import process using them. So that should hopefully allow us to have a pretty good feel for things. But yeah, okay, so let's see. Let's get the Okay, so we have the eye mask, no mouth, full hood mask. What does this one look like without the actual mask part? What's that? What's that appearance? It'll be cool to get new materials and stuff in here because you can have stuff like neon eyes. That looks pretty awesome. But yeah, the okay, so let's take a moment and in terms of how we want to handle these, let's go with just something. Let's go with something simple first. We're going to go with this sort of upper thing, or maybe the shoulder pads. That might be good, or just the gauntlet things. Yeah. This is going to be a bit of a learning curve. But yeah, the goal will be to just have these be applicable to the character in ways that look good. Longer capes? I don't know about that. Capes are one of those things where like it's hard to make them look good because you have to either do a fabric simulation to some detail level, or you have to make them, small and unintrusive enough that people don't notice. Um, and so having just like a massive cape just becomes a bit of a headache. But yeah, okay, so what's this? Is that an attachment? It's interesting. But yeah, I guess so. I'm just going through and creating these. I can't remember. Do I allow for recolorable eyes? Seems like something I would do, but maybe not. It looks like I had these as just the default dark tone. Let's see. How do I in the what's it called? What is that called? So in the character, it's kind of like the character head. How does that look? So server store, no, replicated storage head. Okay, that was it. So let's just paste this here. Okay. Interesting. And then the surface appearance. Okay. Hmm. Wonder if there's a no eye version of this. I don't know. Sorry. Um, I want to make the character eyes recolorable and ideally retexturable so that you can get like neon eyes. I think that would look pretty cool. But actually getting through and adding that is going to be a headache. So yeah, let's see. So we have these different things here. Let me pause and actually go. Let's get some layered assets. So view toolbox. Okay, okay, so layered clothing, you can custom layered clothing. Um, I wish that we really had full control over the editable image, like layers. I think that'd be pretty cool to have, like, be able to set a neon layer or something. Or I guess emission is probably the more proper one. But yeah, so okay, so we want caging, which, if I recall, so building the suit. Do they have any open source ones? Okay. Um, yeah, yeah. No, it's funny. The Superhero Life. It was Superhero Life 1 which had the toy. It just didn't. That the toy didn't come out until 2 was out, so it's a bit confusing. Oh, no worries, Dragon or Dragon King. Um, let's see. Make man's mask. Superhero Life lore. It exists, kind of. It exists at a very high level. Um, really, as I sit down and actually think about it and like sort things out, that'll probably change a little bit. Let's see. So how about I just need to bite the bullet and start making a let's go with like I'm gonna okay, so Roblox.com. Uh how do I'm trying to figure out what the best way to actually get these different layered clothing things working. Because it really is just about like making it so that it works for different body styles. Because I know that that the actual body type we're going with right now is controversial. But supporting different body types, I don't think is. Like, for example, say you have like it's a bit silly that in a lot of superhero games, someone who's like the size of the Hulk and somebody the size of Black Widow have the same proportions for the most part because the clothing assets need to fit. And so I think with layered clothing, we can actually use that variety. I think the superhero universe is very much one which could benefit from layered clothing. And so I just need to make it look good. Um, so yeah, okay, I'm just trying to find a rigid asset creation reference files, accessory and clothing. Okay, yeah, so this page looks important. I know y'all can't see it, I apologize. Um, okay, so we're gonna modeling project files, avatar. Okay, so we have these different mannequin options. Um, okay, okay, so I'm downloading a .blend file. Okay, so we're going to open up the library UGC layered. We're just gonna drag this over. Sorry, I'm pretty low energy today. Just tired. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I once the part where you're having to learn how to do things. That's always, the more frustrating part. But we're gonna figure out how to do it, and it's gonna be good. To upload assets directly in Blender Studio. For checking, okay, so clothing cage template dot blend. Um, let's see. Hey there, everybody. Let's see. Yeah, no, I do want customization to be flexible too, and I think that has to be accomplished at a very technical level first, and that means making sure that I have a flexible asset workflow. Um, and yeah, that this means we don't want to be left behind when it comes to cage clothing because it's just it's definitely a frustrating workflow. I completely agree with that. But the if you can get it working, um, it just saves you so much suffering from like having to, you know, port things over to have like 20 different versions of the same asset. So it just represents a lot of flexibility, I think. Um, okay, let's see, there we go. Uh, library, layered, okay. Template, all right, so cool. I'm trying to remember, how do I move around in Blender again? It's like, it's just going to be one of those processes. Like, how do I move up and down? I know how to rotate. Um, well, okay, so let's see, cages for clothing. Um, R15 rig and attachments. Okay, so let's see. Hold shift in the mouse. Hmm. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Thank you, reversed. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm frozen again. Ah, looks like the camera's being goofy. Okay, yeah, it was shift. Thank you, thank you. Uh, the all right. So basically, we just got to fit it onto this person, and then that should be able to make it fit on everything else. Exciting. Okay. So now let's just import this. Let's go with something simple. All right. So we're just going to look at these parts, and we're going to export that. Export selection. Going to save it as an all right as a image map. You see layered new folder costume chest armor. Uh, export.obj, and from there, I believe we can import this. So import an obj file, costume, chest armor, export. Actually, let's just let's save as costume export at let's see, source.blend. Okay, so now we can import this in. Import. There it is. Wavefront. Export obj. Import. Okay, so that where did that end up going? Oh, did I just import the material? What happened with that? Or let me try that again. Import obj. Okay. Now I'm doing it right. Hmm. You have to move what you want to export to 000. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. So Control C, Control V, model that, set the, yeah, no, this is going to be one of those points where in the past you're all like, wow, he's so good at programming. I could never be this good. Nobody is going to say this when I'm doing a Blender workflow. No, nobody at all is going to be thinking this. Okay, so export selection. Can I do as an FBX? No, okay. Export obj. Yes, okay. So now let's try this here. Import obj. Thank you. Okay. It would have been months before we got this done. Okay. So thank you. Thank you very much for that. How do I rotate things? That seems how I feel like there's got to be a okay, wait there. So there's the actual thing there. So I should do -90. Okay. So am I going to patch the soup glitch? Probably not. I'm going to integrate it as a full feature, hopefully. Okay, so now let's drag this up here. And let's scale it down a bit. Okay, so okay. Don't worry, we're actually going to make it look a little bit better. We're not just doing it this way. Let's see. This is going to be important for me to get right. Okay, making progress. Man, this looks so bad. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to now we're going to edit the mesh, which there we go. Okay. Man, okay. We're just gonna start by deleting uh face. No wait, how do I edit mode face? Okay, we're just going to delete all of these faces, yes, and we are going to move this to the center. Okay, well, nobody's perfect. What's it connected to? Hmm. Right. So we're basically the plan is we're gonna make a mirror modifier. Oh, I don't remember that at all. Like that's looks like okay. So Lord Brighton, when you scale an object, your size button appears in the lower left corner where you can better adjust the scaling. Thank you, Lord Brighton. I'm relying on y'all to help me through this because this is going to be rough. But the main goal right now. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get the I guess just select. Okay, I'm just going to go scorched earth with this. It's too much of a mess. So faces, 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 faces. We're just going to go through and start with like a clean, just like to just we're going to have one side of it essentially, and then we're going to use the mirror modifier to hopefully keep things balanced. Edges, edges, edges. Why am I not able to select this? Huh. Oh, I think it's just an axis. Okay. So now edges. I swear, like this, as pathetic as this may look, me slowly going through and deleting all the edges. This is how I learn, and if you keep this up, this is also why it's taken me years to create a new game. So let's not pretend like this is exactly a strength. It's more just the way it is. Um, all right, so yeah, by the way, why are you doing this now? What were you doing in the time that you were? You can check my Twitter if you want, but you can see all the projects I was working on over the years. But for the most part, it was very much kind of a. Does anyone know how, if I wanted to lock this to the center plane, how I would do that? Is there like a move X? How would I, what, is there like a global position I could set for this? Like I just want it to lock exactly in like the center, you know? Um, Honestly, once I'm better at this, I might just start with something in Blender rather than trying to clean up a Roblox OBJ because that seems to have a lot of baggage attached to it, you know? Not to say it isn't optimized or anything, it's just like it, well, it's not optimized, but that's intentional. It isn't like a design flaw so much as it's like this is what you get when you use virtual Legos to model things instead of, Blender. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Press N and set the global X to 0. Thank you, Duvid. My goodness. Anyone who helps me with Blender is getting their name in the credits. My goodness. Okay. Congratulations, Duvid. You're going to be in the remake credits somewhere. Please remind me. I'll believe you. Point towards this episode. I don't. I usually believe people though. Okay, so N So N and then 0. N, okay, so that's popping on this. And so it's actually the z-axis here. So I need to put that to 0. All right, beautiful. Oh, wait a second. Is this? Okay, so this is aligned. Okay, so then we can do, okay. And so let's just start by edges, 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 edges. Yeah. Why are you using a human? Um, yeah, so no, it's okay. Brought Chip. Here's the thing. Here's the secret. I'm dumb too. I might in fact be dumber than anyone here. Um, the thing is, it's not necessarily an intelligence thing. It's just when you have a 15-year head start. Ooh, my amazing, wonderful girlfriend Yanni has brought me some tea. All right, chamomito. All right, speaking of my stupidity, um, it's not about being smart. You don't have to be smart to make a game. You just have to be stubborn. You just have to stick with it, and that will get you very far. Um, okay, so let me go back to vertex. So N, and then I set Z to 0, and now press F to connect that all. Okay, so then if I connect all three of these, F, beautiful. Yeah, so, but to answer your question, not just going, senile rants. The reason I'm using a human is because this is for cage mesh clothing. So it's something so it's not even necessarily that I'm not using blocky characters. It's that I'm using the cage mesh technology so that if like when we change characters, like I want to be able to support like a super buff character. I want to be able to support, a smaller character. A lot of my users aren't necessarily adults, so if they want to be teenagers and shorter and like look like themselves, like it's all about flexibility. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily using the blocky one. But it's to me, this is all about flexibility. It's about future proofing these outfits, and that's something that I feel will be very beneficial in the long term. But yeah, so okay, all right. So then, what is happening here? Okay, so when you set that to 0, all right. Um, all right. So that, connect that vertex. Yep, exactly, Botchip. You get it. Yeah, we're using the Roblox layered clothing technology, and we're going. This should make this should make things a lot easier for us. That's the hope, at least. Goodness. All right, come on, please, please. Okay, there we go. Um, and so yeah, we're going to just move these more in a direction which helps us. Okay, so vertices. Okay. Yeah, no, I the yeah, no, they're not dumb questions at all. So reverse spider, I do not know if I want to support blocky bodies because for what it's worth, I think that blocky bodies are kind of garbage. It's not even the blocky part, it's the proportions. I'm not necessarily opposed to, trying to support something more closer to the Roblox aesthetic, but I'm not committing specifically to like the traditional blocky style. The goal here right now is just to make, we're not tackling the body issue right now. We're waiting until we're better at Blender for that. Um, right now what we're tackling is making some character assets that fit different body types, and then getting that workflow, moving. Yeah, but the thing is, I think that that's because of how weird blocky avatars are. Like, that's the thing. Like, can you imagine any character style that puts them through as much stress as like that? Like, I think that we can have like a good, middle ground here where you can have sort of the low poly aesthetic that looks good without necessarily having to commit to all the weirdness. Like, have you ever noticed how on a Roblox cars never look right with the blocky avatar? I feel like that's like kind of that's something which causes a lot of pain when it comes to scaling an environment. All right, how do I just select these two? There we go. Okay. 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 So we're starting to get something approximating it. Let's see. But can you use the shrink wrap modifier to make the whole thing properly wrap around the body? That sounds amazing. We should try that. Remind me in like 15 minutes. Right now, I'm still trying to get the I'm just right now just trying to get the shape to look right, you know? All right, so how did I do this before? So I did diagonal out in. Okay, nice. Okay, so let's move this one out a bit. Okay, so we're going to have to do some stuff. So first, Let's first give ourselves a pat on the back for even making it this far. Um, so the Superhero Life 4 people will probably look, um, they'll probably look like nothing too crazy. We're not doing a full like body remake necessarily. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel anymore, but we are trying to make things look good. So, sometimes the wheel changes a bit, but we're not reinventing it. Does that make sense? Um, but yeah, so I think, okay, so can somebody help me apply a mirror modifier? Is that something I do here? Add object constraint? Shrink wrap. This is what you were talking about, right? We're gonna do that later, I think. So mirror. We want to do a really? A mirror modifier doesn't exist in Blender? That seems unlikely, right? All right, let me maybe it's in not in modeling mode, but in I would be very surprised if that wasn't a thing. Add modifier. Almost, in fact, I'm almost certain that I've actually done it before. So I might be wrong, but let's see, we have cloth, we have soft body, volume to mesh, solidify, mirror. There it is. Okay, yay. Axis Z. Nice. Don't worry, Lord Brereton. You still know a lot more than I do on it. It's just the I think I'd actually seen that one before. Okay, so now we're making progress. Now we have to go back to the modeling part. Um, let's see. Let's subdivide this a bit. Okay. Okay, so now let's join some vertices. Okay, what's the snap vertices, merge vertices at center? Okay, so merge vertices at center. Okay, so now just move these out a little bit. Okay, let's do this here too. Merge vertices at center. Okay, now I'm getting a hang of it. It actually is kind of soothing, it's like kind of peaceful. I'm gonna select this edge here, and then we're going to why does this look ugly all of a sudden? You know? Ooh, what is happening there? Is this not, oh, it's not at 0 anymore. Same with this one. Okay. Okay. What is happening there? Edges. Okay, nice. Okay, so what's happening on this side of things? Um, hey there, Kato. What version of Blender am I using? I haven't updated in a while, so probably I don't know. Where would I see the Blender version? Oh, three. It looks like the version 3.0. So I'm a whole version behind. Is any cool stuff in 4.0 that I should be looking for? Or I guess even 4.1. Um, let's see. Let me delete this face. I feel like the normal is kind of weirding out right now. You know, bet there's like a command or something to fix that, but for now we're just gonna have to accept some weirdness. Okay, so let's just move this in. Okay, so now moving that in. Um, let's see, so let's move that here. What is happening with this? I think I'm gonna have to just delete this face. Okay, so let's try this again. Um, let's see. Okay, so that's trying to look somewhat normal. Okay. Oh, this is not so much. Okay. How about I'm just gonna start deleting vertices in the center. Just snapping these in. I don't know what the heck's happening with this one, but let's delete that. And then um, why is that normal flipped? Please behave, y'all. The let's see. Hey there, Callie. Oh, it's been a while. How have you been, man? think I think I yeah. So a few years now. I recall. The yeah, okay. So right now we're just going through trying to make it not look bad, which isn't that the goal of everything really? Let's see. Okay. Um, how do I get the normals to look better with this? Because I think this is just a troublesome version, you know, like okay. So now let's try this again. I think this should lead to hopefully, man, the myrtles. I don't even know what I was trying to say anymore. The mirror vertex. I don't know, but the normals are weird. Look at how they're messing with the light. I have to learn how to fix that. Let's see. Nice. Okay. Let's want to avoid quads as much as possible. Oh, whoops, that was a bad thing to click. Okay. Faces. All right. Um, hmm, how do we make this look better? You know? Okay. So let's go back to here. Only faces, only faces, only faces. Okay. Okay. So now we are connecting all of that. Okay, we got to find a way to smooth this out because this is looking pretty rough. Let's see. Just a second. Okay, so it should wrap around. How would this wrap around Roblox avatars? Well, it wouldn't wrap around the blocky ones very easily, as seen by layered clothing. But it basically the idea is that it'll be stretched in a way that makes it more easily fitting, and that's basically the magic part. Um, Yeah, it's kind of. This is so. This is this piece right here, essentially. The yeah, upper armor. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting that implemented. So let's just actually set this part to 10. Um, let's yeah, that'd actually be kind of nice just to have it sort of line up right here. Let's see. Let's do a line subdivide only faces. All right, so 10. Okay, so let's uh let's let's remove that one right there. Delete only faces. Subdivide that, and then connect to here. Then make a few triangles that way, and make a few triangles that way. And then bam, we have something that looks all right. Um, okay, I need to if anyone named Riferian shows up, please let me know because this is he is a Blender expert and he will help me figure out why the shadows are all weird. Um, okay, but let's go back to the layout one. Okay, so let's add another modifier. How about add procedural to an active it's a gen. Let's see what that looks like. Remesh. Fix it. That's interesting. Huh. That's kind of cool. That'll be handy at some point. Let's see. Shrink wrap. Wrap method target inner cage. Oh wait, was the outer cage not supposed to be visible? Okay, well no, actually hold it. So now, okay, so shrink wrap 10. All right, so 5. Okay, now let's add a new modifier. Um, solidify, even thickness. Oh, that kind of works. How do I change the? Okay. Oh, that is awful looking in the back, but I like the general direction. Only rim. What does that do? Okay, we gotta fix these normals, y'all. I like the idea of some new lore, you know. Um, Okay, so let's take this and actually, is it like inverted in some places? Vertex group. How do we, I feel like solidify might have been the wrong thing to choose for that. So let's try a different one. Modifier. It's not solidify skin. I don't like this. What have I done? That was not good. Okay, add modifier, wireframe, volume to mesh, subdivision, surface solidify, screw, remesh, mask, edge split, build, boolean, array. It's probably a solidify, isn't it? Okay. Okay, solidify, mode, complex, boundary, round, more like a roundery. Flat, round. Okay, so let's. So I think the cloth one will just make it kind of sag, right? That'll just kind of make it look like. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing. Okay, let's try cloth. I think I start right there. Settings are inside the physics tab. Particle properties, physics properties. This is going too far. We're too far gone. One day maybe. I'm not sure that I'm ready to go for that yet. Okay. Let's just Control Z until. Is it not Control Z? Edit, undo. Okay. So now we're just back to this. So it's interesting. Okay, so all of them seem to be going in. So that looks fine. Okay. Okay, so now I just need to, okay, snap mode on surface. Why is it yelling at me all of a sudden? Project? Ooh, that's on me. All right, let's bring this back down to nearest surface. Okay. Nearest, so project onto surface. Um, limit, maybe 1. Okay. Let's go with 2. 10 even. Okay. 20. 30. Positive. Project. Nearest vertex. Target normal projection. Okay. Weird shadows on triangles blender. Okay. You have double vertices on your mesh. Use. Okay. So how do I fix the double vertices? Triangles and everything between triangles. Make your quads as square as possible. Okay, so this might be an issue with me turning everything into triangles instead of quads. Okay, so let's go back into the editor and actually make, right, let's first, can we disable these for a second? I guess we can just remove them. We'll figure it out later. Okay, so modeling. Uh, so let's start by just removing, so edges, edges. Okay, we're going to try to make these as quad as possible. Okay, so let's see, what's the right move here? What is that attaching to? Okay, so now we are going to select these and subdivide, subdivide, and then connect, connect. Okay, that looks good. That looks pretty good. Um, and now, okay, so let's select this, subdivide, subdivide. Okay. Okay, so let's subdivide again. Let's just delete these, clean slate this part. Okay. Okay, so now subdivide that. I think I might have just messed it up by not just putting it here. You know, like that, like maybe I should have just gone this direction and then from there just kept on pressing that part up. Okay, so that feels a little bit better. Um, you know, okay, so now let's subdivide this one. What's the command for subdividing? Does anyone know off the top of their heads? Command for subdividing? Feels like something that would be like a commonly used command, you know? Okay, so now Okay, so then from here, we want to do vertices, right? Only edges and faces. Hey there, Zone, welcome. If you ever become a lawyer, my client murders someone, I'm telling the judge, Your Honor. Oopsie daisy. Okay, yeah. No, I have, I bet there's no precedence for that legally. Well, how could they possibly defend? It was an oopsie daisy, Your Honor. They were feeling a bit silly. Yeah, okay, so let's subdivide here. Okay. So I think squares are pretty cool. Okay, so let's start by doing that, which then we need to subdivide in a few areas. So subdivide here. We're just going to have to full on, just. All right, so now subdivide here, subdivide here, subdivide here, subdivide here. And then we'll just have to figure out what the best to do on that end when we get to it. Okay, so okay, so subdivide. Okay, nice, nice. I do kind of agree that we should probably match the front end. So let's subdivide here, then subdivide this one. Control Alt something. Let's see. We'll give that a shot. Thank you, Lord Bredington. Okay. Subdivide. Dissolve vertice. That's the opposite of subdividing. See, let's do Control. Let's try this. Okay, so Control Alt. Looks like that. Looks like there's more to it. The code has not been cracked yet. How did we make this work before? So we just kind of had it accept a, so we had a single, we had a double one that came up kind of like this. Okay, so let's start by subdividing that, subdividing that, subdividing that, subdividing that, subdividing that. Okay, now we can go boom, 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 and then down. And that should fit. Control R. No worries. It's not your bad. I once knew it theoretically, so let's try okay, so how do I okay, so let's try it so it's not a square, it's a pentagon. So let's dissolve this vertex. I guess I would just merge it. Um, okay, so making some progress. Okay, I think this looks pretty decent. Okay, so let's actually go through and fill these. Let's see, what's this thing right here? Sorry, just realized I was messing with the microphone. Um, okay, so let's just get this through. Okay. What the heck? Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so let's okay. That looks better. Okay, so now let's add the modifiers back in. So mode, line to normal, target, target is equal to inner cage. Okay, project. Why is there an offset? Oh no, wait a second. I did something wrong. What? Hold up. What? What? No, 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 no. The heck? Why did it just let me do that? That's annoying. Okay. Um, okay, so we're getting out of that mode. We're avoiding this. All right. Okay, so now we're going to solidify something that looks a little bit better now. Um, and even thickness, I guess. Maybe 8 offset. Yeah, okay. So that looks okay. We're gonna mess around with the shape a bit more, but we're going in the right direction, I think. So now, let's see. Let's add a modifier, remesh. Sorry. All right. Add modifier subdivision surface. Okay, that could be useful if we want to make it look smoother. hmm Okay, but let's let's go into edit mode again, and we're going to want to we need to go back to so this should not be in edit mode. So when I go into edit mode, this also I don't want to be in edit mode. Okay, yay. Um, hmm. All right, so we need to make this look a little bit more. How do we make it sort of line up on okay, so let's just start by making our lives a bit easier. Okay, so this is 0, and have this one be, oh wait, no, 20, 25. Okay, we're gonna have this be 25 centimeters. We're just gonna get a flat, just gonna get a grid, 45, 45, 45, 45, 60, 60, 60, 60, 65. Okay, so we're just, so in terms of the armor going up further, I am open to that. I think that could look pretty good. I don't know if it should necessarily go, let's see, like what did the original look like? I guess, yeah, it kind of went all the way up around. So yeah, let's actually do that. First, let's do the same thing we did here. So this is 10, 10, 10. I'm actually gonna go with 15. All right, so now, let's see, let's go 30, 30, 30. So 30, oh, no, that just changed the mode. Okay, so 30, 30, 30. Okay, so now, let's see, what's this one, 50? 50, 50, 50, 55. 56, 60. Okay, let's do 40. 65. Okay, so now we're going to focus on, okay, let's move this up to at least the neckline. Okay, so we're going to move this to here. Okay. Okay, so let's actually decide on these different height levels. So this one can be, let's see, 45. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. So Z, so Y, X, so Y, okay, so then I should just, okay, so Z, 60. Okay, so 60, 60, 60, 60. Okay, so we're just going to now focus on getting the curve of it right rather than, okay, so what was this one? So that's 55. Let's actually go 50. 52? 52. Okay. 52, 52, 52. All right, well, maybe 50, 53. Okay, so 53, 53, and 53. Okay, so now, yeah, we can just focus on getting, now that we've basically reduced it to only a single axis, we just have to figure out how far away each one of these should be, and then we get a much smoother looking plate, you know? Oh boy. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. I technically I have an art minor, so I should like, have like a knack for this stuff. It's just once I don't know. There's such like a there's like that just that huge discomfort when like during that first stage. But I do agree. I think things are going smoothly than I thought they would. Um, but yeah, the okay. Let's I need to subdivide these. Okay. Um, okay. So now so let's get whatever this is. This is 60, 63, 63, 63, 63, 63, and 63. Okay, and then okay, let's actually so this is at so 15, 15, 15, no, 7.5. Yeah, this part I know isn't as interesting, but the okay. Okay, so this one's 40. So from 15 to 40, so that's 25. So 12.5. So this would be, I guess 27.5 would be perfect for that. So 27.5, 27.5, 40, 40. Okay, so that should allow for a smoother transition here. Okay, but we still have to figure out this stuff. So okay. So we have 40, 65, 52.5, 52.5, and 52.5. All right. Now, and with this one, it was 60. Oh, whoops. 65. And then let's just start deleting some vertices here. So then 65. Okay, so 85, 72.5, 72.5, 80 vertices. Okay, so then you said it was Control R. Awesome. Okay, so then this one here, let's see. I think we can probably dissolve this line. Okay, and then with this, fill that. Is the map finished? No, sorry. I mean, like it's at a point where like it's all the area is filled with something, but as you can tell, this is not exactly a finished building. You know, we're gonna have stuff that looks as nice at minimum as this stuff, but we gotta take time to fill that in. Okay, so let's so 63, 63, 66, 66, 66, 65. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this there as well. So 60. Oh, whoops. I think I accidentally subdivided something back here. All right. All right. So let's actually go back to layout for a second and see how this looks. Okay. Subdivision, simple. I'm liking the center part, but I'm not a huge fan of the. Okay, let's see. Okay. Hold on. Zona, I'm not sure your lock career is going to last that long. Sorry, man. Okay. So, subdivide. Okay, so we have X here. So let's just line this up. And then hopefully, okay, so but now, Okay, so if we select this one here, subdivide, select, um, okay, so let's see here. I think we've got it pretty set, for the most part. Like, I think let's go back to the layout tab and see how that looks. Okay, you see? Okay, I think this is actually starting to look all right. How are we supposed to change? I wanted to change this shading to be smooth. Uh, maybe not that smooth. Okay. How do I have the okay. Go to object mode, right click and set shading to smooth. Shade smooth. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I see when I do that, it rounds the corners. Okay. We're gonna have to put protections against that with a modifier probably. Triangulate? Remesh? No, what was it? Was it wireframe? Geometry mode, mirror, multi-resolution, remesh, geometry subdivision surface. That was it. Um, okay, so simple. Okay, so let's give that a look. Hmm. Yeah, no, it's all good, Lib Bridington. Neither do I. Um, boundary smooth. Keep corners. Okay. Use creases. Use custom normals. Okay. Keep boundaries. None. Okay, well, I don't like that. All. Okay, so we're almost okay, so we're making progress. Um, vertice. Okay, so now pretty much gotta go. Okay, so let's get this lined up here. X. Um, so X. X. And then we want this to go X. Select this edge here. Only edges and faces, only edges and faces. Okay, because we want only edges and faces. So we still want to have that. We'd be using local. Okay. Hmm. What is it? How do I? Okay, so that's looking a little bit better. Okay, so then from there, 89, 24, 27. Okay, so then, all right, yay. Okay, I'm probably going to have to subdivide this later, but for the most part, like I'm actually pretty happy with how far we've gotten done today. Okay, well, that looks awful, but you know, the front part's looking good. Okay, we're gonna get better at this. This will only be a few months of streams, specifically this outfit. No, I'm kidding. Okay. But no, thank y'all so much for stopping by. More of this stuff, we're just gonna, I'm gonna build up the skills for this, and we're going to get all these ported over to a more modern solution. Okay? We're gonna get all these ported over. All right. Well, thank y'all very much, and I will see y'all next time. All right. See ya.